up guys, it's the Nail Polish Challenge, and today I want to talk to you about white nail polish. So probably my most frequently asked question of all time is, what white nail polish do I use? Everybody always seems to notice that in my tutorials I always get this gorgeous one coater white nail polish. So I want to talk to you guys about that today. So I have some good news and bad news. The bad news is there's no one holy grail white nail polish one coater perfection. But the good news is that there's a whole bunch. So today I'm going to talk to you about my top favorites, and I'm also going to let you know about a couple polishes that I love that either aren't a true white or I use them for only a certain type of nail art. So I really honestly have a bunch of white nail polishes that I use. I know with some polishes, once you reach that halfway point of the bottle, it starts to get really thick and gloopy. I haven't experienced that with any of my favorites, so that's really good. So you definitely don't need all of these polishes, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to explain why I like each one, and then you can sort of decide which one would be best for you based on what you need. Side note, in all of my nail art tutorials, you will find all the polishes listed in the description along with where you can purchase those polishes. So if you guys ever are curious about a particular polish that I'm using in a manicure, you can always just click read more in the description box, and then you will find exactly what polish I used or what product I used and where I got it, and that goes for the white polishes as well. So if you see me using a particular white nail polish that you're interested in, you can check that out.
So I'm going to start off with OPI Alpine Snow. Just so you guys know, this isn't in order of my favorites, this is just in order of the ones I most frequently use. OPI Alpine Snow is one of the ones that I find myself buying over and over again, so I already know I love it. So some pointers about OPI Alpine Snow: it's a high quality brand, so you know that you're going to be getting a high quality, long lasting polish. It is a one coater, and it is that super bright, almost like white out white color. It's not thick or gloopy even when you get down to the bottom of the bottle. It has the wide flat brush so you can apply it really easily, and I mostly use it for nail art and as a base for gradients, so I mean, this is one of my favorites. I really love it. Moving on to KB Shimmer Eyes White Open. This one was actually part of the Spring 2015 collection. This is another one that I really fell in love with as soon as I started using it, because I could tell that it was really a high quality product. Sorry for making a little bit of a mess here, but you'll find that I'm making a mess in a lot of these applications, just so you know. So just a few things about KB Shimmer Eyes White Open. It is an indie brand, so it's independently made and sold, so you can only find it online as of right now. This is another one coater, another super bright white out looking white polish. It's a true white. This one is a little bit thicker than Alpine Snow, but it is still super easy to apply. I find that being a little bit thicker makes it so opaque, so that's why I love it. This is another one that has a wide flat brush, not as wide as OPI, but it's still wide enough to make application pretty easy. This is another one that I use for gradients or for the more opaque details in nail art. And now we've got CUCCIO Verona Lace. This is actually a brand that I had never heard of before, I want to say late last year. I got this one from HB Beauty Bar, and I've actually fallen in love with really all the CUCCIO creams that I've used because they are such a great formula, and I found that it is a really high quality polish. So the reasons that I love this one is, like I said, it's a really high quality polish. You know that you're getting your money's worth when you apply it because it lasts really long. It's a one coater, and it's more of actually a natural looking white, not so much like a white out white, but it's something that you can definitely wear on your nails alone, and it doesn't look like you literally painted your nails with white out. This is another one that's slightly thick but easy to apply, and again, it has a nice wide flat brush for easy application. Okay, so next we have OPI Put a Coat On. This is actually considered a base coat for neon nail polishes. It came out with their neon collection last year, but I absolutely love it just as a white polish because it's so opaque and it's creamy, and obviously I love OPI, so it's a great formula. So this is another one coater, and it is a super bright white, but the difference between this one and the others is that it's actually got a really thin formula. It's still very opaque, like I said, it's a one coater, but this one is really thin, so you can apply polishes over it. That's what it's for. So I think it's great to use for sheer polishes or for neons to make them sort of pop, but I also love using it for nail art details where I don't want the details on my nail to be like raised so much. So if I know I'm going to be doing a lot of work over a nail with white nail polish, this is the one that I tend to reach for. Okay, so now we're getting into the sort of runners-up, and I'll explain why for each one. This is Ice Cream Nails Soft Serve, and the reason that it is considered a runner-up in my opinion is because I haven't really been using it long enough to know if it's really great through and through, but it's also only available in Australia as far as I know. I got this one as a press sample, so that's why I have it. So like I said, this one is still new to me and it's only available in Australia, but from what I can see so far, it seems like a really high quality polish. It is practically a one coater. Sometimes you do need a second coat just to even everything out. It is another one that's a super bright white, and it is a little bit thicker, but it is easy to apply. And one thing I love about this bottle is that it's shaped like an ice cream cone, so it's super cute. I've mostly been using it for gradients and for little nail art details. My next runner-up is CIRQUE CARPE DIEM. This is actually a polish that I really love, but the reason that it is a runner-up is because I don't consider this a true white. It does have a slight gold shimmer in it. It doesn't even get picked up by the nail. You can only really see it if you look really closely into the bottle, but that criteria I think just kind of makes it less of a white than the other polishes, but I do love it. It is an indie brand, so it's basically only available online. Sometimes it is in pop-up stores. It's practically a one coater. It is a natural white polish, but again, it has that slight gold shimmer. I do love using it. If I plan on wearing white nail polish on its own, this is the one that I reach for most often just because of the gold shimmer. It sort of gives it a more natural nail polish look rather than a white out look. And one thing I love about CIRQUE polishes is that they have a little bit of a scent. It's like a tea tree oil smell, and that's something, I think that's a cute little feature of this brand. So I love the smell of this one when I'm applying it. Okay, so my next runner-up is OPI, My Boyfriend Scales Walls, and if you were immersed in the nail polish world when this polish came out, you have probably heard of it. It is a very well-loved shade. The reason that it's on my runner-up list and not considered a favorite white is because it's actually not a true white. It's more of an off-white gray color. So my favorite use for this polish is if I'm doing nail art over a white background and a true white polish is a little bit too bright for me, but any other color seems to sort of dull out the nail art, this is the color I reach for. It's like a really nice white background that doesn't distract from the nail art itself, and it doesn't seem too bright, so that's why I reach for this polish. So my last runner-up is NANACOCO Snow White, and the reason that this one is on my list is because it is a drugstore brand, so it's actually fairly cheap. This is another one that I got from HB Beauty Bar. It is almost a one coater. It's more of a two coat finish, but like I said, it is really inexpensive, so if you're looking for a cheaper alternative, this is the one I would go for. I mostly use this for stamping because it is really thick and it's really opaque, so I find that this is my favorite out of all of these white for stamping for that reason. And I also think it's really good for really opaque nail art details, like if you need to do polka dots or anything that you really can't go over a second coat with, this is the polish that I would reach for that.
And that's it for my favorite white nail polishes. I hope that you guys have maybe found a polish that works for you, or if you have another favorite, I'd love to hear about it. So you can write it in the comments below and let me know if you guys have any other ideas for videos that you'd like to see besides nail art tutorials. For anybody who is worried, don't be, I promise. I'm not going to be stopping doing nail art tutorials anytime soon. Thank you guys so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe for more nail art and other videos like this. Bye.